A group of First Amendment auditors gets surrounded and pulled over, not for breaking the law, but for exercising their right to record in public. Officers try to intimidate and control the narrative, but end up facing calm resistance from those who know their rights better than they do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, because the more people know their rights, the harder they are to silence.
Hell yeah, I'm getting out. Now, why? I'm a passenger. I'm allowed to get out. I'm allowed to get out. I'm a passenger. I'm a passenger. You pulled over the driver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah, we had seatbelts on.
No, it's CPL. Can I see it?
Open carry. Do I have to show you?
Yes, you do.
In the state of Michigan.
Show me your CPL.
He doesn't have to show you a CPL for open carry.
You're not. You can't open carry inside a vehicle.
I got it in my. I do have one.
Okay, then show it to me.
Can you give me a freaking minute, man?
Grab the CPL right now.
I'm slow. All right. He wants my CPL because I've got the sidearm on in the car.
Retaliatory stop all day long.
That was Billy Butthurt just to get my name, right? Just to get my name. You should know who I am anyway.
Yeah, just to get a name. What little piggies are?
Right? That is so butthurt, man. Oh, I'm really worried about it.
They're all so proud of themselves.
Look at them. Goodness gracious, guys.
Take your damn hand off my door. For what? What'd you pull him over for?
Pulled you over, you're driving the vehicle.
And?
Make sure they
What law did I break? What law did I break? What law did I break? Now you have to articulate what traffic violation he committed, sir. You have to articulate it. You have to articulate it. And he's got it. He's got it. And he done showed it to him. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You have to articulate what traffic infraction he committed, sir.
What crime did I commit?
You have to articulate what traffic infraction he committed. You can't just pull someone over because you want to and not articulate what. Wow.
Hold on, man.
Wow, what idiots.
Chill out. They want to hurt us. They want to put us down on the ground.
Yeah, they do.
What would I go to jail for?
The reason why,
There's no identifier.
sir.
No, there's not.
The reason why there's a stop is because he was open carry. Okay. So when he gets inside of a vehicle, he's now got a gun on him. Correct. So we need to check to make sure that he has the proper paperwork, which is the CPL or whatever. Are you driving the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Driving is a privilege. Correct.
No.
When you sign, okay,
That's
you know
legal
the law so much. When you sign the paperwork at the bottom of your driver's license, when you get your driver's license, does it or does it not state that anytime a police officer asks for your identification, you are to provide that to them? It does. Please give us your driver's license, please.
You have to articulate what traffic crime he committed.
Sir, right now this is an investigative stop on a weapon in a vehicle. So he's driving the vehicle.
Investigated the person with the weapon.
Okay.
Just let him
Thank you.
do it, though. They're all butthurt. Thank you, sir.
We need to check into this to see if it is legit or not because we don't know what a North Carolina.
Mansplain to somebody else.
I know it
Go mansplain to somebody else.
Sir, can I please see your ID too?
No.
You're not wearing.
I didn't commit a crime. I'm a
You're
passenger.
not wearing your seatbelt.
I was. I just pulled off when you pulled off.
It's on video.
It's on video right here.
Cam, buddy.
What the hell?
Don't even go there.
Try that.
You see,
Remember, you told him to stay in the vehicle because he was trying to get
I
out.
was going to get out, and you told me to stay in the vehicle. And it's on camera right here on the dash cam. I had my seatbelt on and pulled it off as soon as we stopped. Yeah, they love to harass the people.
oh, wow. You got 20 minutes for this traffic stop. Hope y'all know that.
After that, it becomes yeah. After that, it's lawsuit territory.
It actually started about 10 minutes ago. So.
You're dropping pig on the floor.
Oh no, piggy! That's a good place for a pig on the floor.
Because we're exercising our rights that we have as Americans to redress our government.
I mean,
And they're
sir,
open
I'm sure
carry.
you're aware that they
And the
explained to you
open
when you
carry.
got your CPL that inside of a car there is no such thing as open carry. So it's nothing more
But
than
I gave it to you. Why you keep talking about that, dude?
Well, sir, I'm just explaining why you
No,
were
I
stopped. I'm
understand
just trying
that.
to have a pleasant conversation
No,
with you.
that's
I haven't
fine.
been rude.
Y'all all butt hurt because we was over there. And
Passive aggressiveness is very rude.
I'm not butthurt. I don't really.
Passive aggressiveness is
I'm
very
having a
rude.
conversation.
you gloved up because you wanted to slam us on the ground.
Yeah, all of them.
Up then. You don't glove up for nothing.
We
Well,
glove
you-
up almost
maybe
every
you don't
call.
have any.
Do you?
Glove up almost every call.
I doubt it.
His must have fell in the.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Can I get out now?
Glove
Can I get out?
Glove up.
It's hot.
You're detained.
I'm not detained. I didn't commit a crime. I'm a passenger. You, I'm not detained.
According to
You got to have a You have a reason to detain me.
A traffic stop.
No. Only the driver. Only the driver, not the passenger. You have to You can't detain me when I haven't done anything wrong just because I'm in a car with somebody you pulled over.
You'll get around to it.
I'm hot, dude.
Yeah, you good?
Don't. I can open the door. I can open the door, you.
That's because I exercise. My right's outside. I get some sun. That's why I got tan.
Right, because we get outside.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You gonna go home and read it? If you go to the local library, you can get Constitution for Dummies. It makes it so much easier for you retards to understand.
No, seriously, there is a book called The U.S. Constitution for Dummies.
And I seriously have it at home.
And they made it for cops.
Do you really?
You ought to read it.
Right on, brother. Boom, air hit. Because that one actually explains it quite well for anybody to understand it.
Right.
This bitch getting heavy.
As a matter of fact, I got my copy in the trunk.
What crime are you investigating me for? What crime are you investigating me for? What crime? What crime are you investigating me for? Because there isn't one.
I'll explain it to you.
I'm waiting.
Okay, per the Supreme Court, during a traffic stop, all occupants of the vehicle are
Wrong.
detained.
You're wrong. You are totally wrong. You are totally wrong.
Get out of the car and see if I'm wrong.
The only person, yeah, he wants to put hands on. The only time you can tell somebody to stay in a car is for officer safety, and I clearly am not a threat to your safety. That's how the Supreme Court case law reads. No, not all occupants. Only the vehicle and the driver themselves. Only the vehicle and the driver themselves, unless you can articulate a crime the passenger committed. That's the only time. Trust me, you think we don't read case law? You think we don't know what we're talking about? It all come out in the wash in a lawsuit. I promise you. I promise.
You're getting a hell of a lot more breeze than we are stuck in this car, though.
Dude. They think because they read the first line of some case law, they know what case law is.
It hurt my feelings.
They don't read the whole opinion.
Right. Just came back.
Oh, you serious?
His body cam be coming in this thing.
Cam backing you with his body cam. That's so cute.
Say cheese.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I hear you, right? It must be you.
Oh man, I hope y'all want all these complaints, man.
Oh, complaint. Well, this is borderline lawsuit here. My attorney will have a ball with this. I'll be calling him tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you that, but trust me, I got 2 attorneys, so.
Y'all got 9 more minutes.
Fanta?
Calm down.
Fanta orange?
Calm down.
Whatever we decide it's going to cost.
I prefer orange crush personally, but Fanta's pretty good too.
Hell yeah. Some Slim Jims, some chips. Man, I'm ready. I'm ready for a day of it.
I'm going to go to River Rouge, go to the dispensary, and get some weed next.
All right.
Oh, don't do that and drive off.
I'm not driving.
Illegal.
I'm not driving. I won't smoke it in the vehicle either because that's like open container. I'll make sure I get out somewhere private and smoke it. I know. Trust me, we know the law, guys. We're not dummies.
All in here from when you're talking.
I thought we were cool. I guess not. Huh?
Have a good day.
Yourself.
Have a good day, douche nozzles.
God bless you.
Hey, I can get
Got
it.
a sunflower.
Hold on. Have a good day, douche nozzles. Don't violate anybody's rights. Y'all make sure you honor your oath to the Constitution. Yes, he absolutely does. But not if you're a sinner.
What starts as a simple audit in Rocklin, California, quickly turns into a tense standoff, just for taking pictures of public vehicles. Officers confuse a camera with criminal intent, flexing authority they don't legally have. But when the law is on your side, standing firm makes all the difference. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because knowing your rights shouldn't look like breaking the law.
Is there an issue?
Well, we were called and said you were looking in the detective's cars.
Okay.
Reason why you would be doing that?
Yeah.
Might you explain that to me?
Well, I was just taking pictures.
What up?
No, I'm recording. What's the issue?
Well, there's no good reason to be up here looking in their cars.
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay, but you're looking in their vehicles.
Taking pictures.
Do you have ID with you?
Taking picture. Yeah, I do.
Can I see it?
Do I have to show it?
Well,
I don't know how all that works, but
well, it is kind of suspicious that
Okay.
you're looking in the vehicles of officers.
okay.
So yeah, you're detained.
What the
And
fuck?
I would like to.
Crazy. I'm detained.
Yes, because
For-
that's suspicious activity. How do I know you're not burglarizing vehicles or trying to steal weapons out of a police vehicle?
I don't understand why I would be detained though. I'm just taking pictures. I'm just walking around taking pictures.
Okay.
But what's the?
I just explained to you why you are being detained.
Okay.
Okay. And it's because your activity, it looks like it's possibly that you're trying to burglarize a police vehicle. It clearly says detective parking right here. You obviously know these are detective vehicles, right?
Well, yeah, it's just taking pictures of those signs too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was taking pictures. I thought it was cool that they had their own little spot. I don't understand. How does that equate to me possibly burglarizing vehicles? I don't get it.
Well, because we have, and everybody knows that historically people go look in cars as they break into them or prior to doing so. That's a common practice of people who break into cars. So we get calls a lot of people looking into people's cars because they're breaking into cars. That's a common thing that happens everywhere.
Okay.
So that's why that's a suspicious activity, that you're looking into cars that don't, obviously, you know, and we know don't belong to you. So why would you look into a car that doesn't belong to you?
Well, there could be a million reasons. It doesn't have to be burglary, right? It doesn't have to be breaking into a car.
You're right, there could be, and that's why I'm asking you if there are that you can explain any to me that you have reasons that you would be looking into these cars.
Well, yeah, I was taking pictures
Of the inside of police vehicles?
of anything. Yeah, anything cool that I could see. I was just taking pictures of them.
Okay. Did you find anything cool?
Not yet. You interrupted me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what to.
How'd you get
say.
here?
What was that?
How did you get here?
Why?
Did you walk here? Do you live here?
Why? I don't understand.
I'm trying to find a good reason as to why you're right here in this parking lot looking into the police vehicles. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm walking around taking pictures of cars, whatever, anything. Not just here, everywhere, all over this little area.
Okay.
So do I need another reason? I don't know how all that works, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just don't know. I don't feel like there's an issue, and I don't understand what the issue might be.
Let me ask you this. Do you own a car?
What was that?
Do you own a car?
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody was looking into your car, standing on your driveway or wherever you live, would you have an issue with that?
If somebody was looking at my car, standing on my driveway where I lived, would I have an issue with it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd probably come out and ask them what they're doing. But the scenario there is like, you don't live here, right? This ain't your house, and these aren't your cars either.
You don't work here, do you?
What?
Do you work here?
I don't understand why that matters.
You said that you would have questions for this person because they're on your property. They don't live there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you work here?
I don't understand. I still don't understand why it
understand the
matters. I understand the question. I don't understand how it pertains to this scenario.
Because this is not a public parking lot. It's owned by the city, right? But it's not open to the public.
This isn't open to the public?
So you're on the police department's parking lot, and your words, you're looking at into cars, looking for anything cool.
I said I'm taking pictures.
Okay.
Of anything that I see that I think is cool.
Okay. So that's suspicious, because if you see something that's cool in somebody else's car that you don't own, so we're thinking that you.
So automatically I'm gonna steal it. Automatically somebody's gonna steal it.
No, not automatically.
That's what it seems.
Well,
that's kind of dumb, right?
If that's how you feel about it.
It's kind of dumb. It's not automatically a crime, like somebody's going to break into a car. Why would I come to a police station and break into a fucking car? Come on, bro.
Why you come to a police station and start looking into cars?
Use your head, babe. Use your head a little bit. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right?
You were just at Roseville PD, right? At their
where?
Department. I saw the video of that. Were you that gentleman that went out to Roseville PD's?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so do you understand reasonable suspicion and how that works and how that gives officers the ability to contact you? Do you know how that works?
Not, I mean, I don't know what that is. No, I'm not a law guy. I don't know nothing about that stuff.
But
so
I see the tag, and I don't know what your relation is to the people that have been doing videos like that, but I know
the tag
videos, there's people that are going to police departments, they're seeing what our contact's going to be, they're seeing if we're going to honor your rights, right? And then people review and they give opinions on it, right?
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I've seen those
I'm all
videos.
for it because you're trying to highlight what police departments are honoring your rights, right?
Okay.
And I'm all for that, and I'm all for educating people, and I can educate you on reasonable suspicion and what gives us the ability to contact you, detain you, identify you, right?
Okay.
Because I think that might be possibly the point of this video, right?
Okay.
So if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. But my sergeant's trying to explain to you why we're out here.
Well, your sergeant's kind of being a little more aggressive than he needs to be and being a jerk. I don't do those videos, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I have never been to Roseville in my life, so I don't understand what that is. I'm just taking pictures of anything I can see. Like, I'm a photographer. Anything I think is cool, I put together blogs. I put together whatever collages of photos sometimes on the internet. It's not that's it. Yeah, so I don't understand what the automatic.
I'm understanding. Do you understand why we're contacting you?
Yeah, but I don't understand why I'm detained or what the big issue is as far as that goes, as far as taking pictures of vehicles.
The same thing my sergeant explained to you, where if this was someone at your home, around your vehicle, if an officer got dispatched out there, due to reasonable suspicion, they would detain that person, identify that person, and understand why are they around a vehicle that does not belong to them. That's something that this state allows us and teaches officers and trains officers to do, right? So you don't know about that? That's awesome. That's why I'm explaining it to you. Same thing here. It says detective only. These are vehicles belonging to a detective. It's in a detective spot on a piece of property that's not open to the public. And you're now here on it. Looking into a vehicle, same situation that we're trained on. If you're up on a vehicle, there's reasonable suspicion that a crime may occur, right? I'm not saying that we're trying to figure out
if I'm up on a vehicle, there's reasonable. What do you mean up on? If I'm standing on the vehicle, there's reasonable suspicion.
Vehicles that do not belong to you. That's all I'm
we're next to. I know, but we're next to vehicles that don't belong to us all day. You walk through the grocery store parking lot. You're next to those vehicles. You ever glance into a vehicle? Somebody sitting there. You look in. That's not.
What's your plan?
What's your plan? I don't know. I'm here taking pictures, and I'm just taking pictures. I don't understand what's your plan.
At this point,
well, hold on. Who am I talking to? The sergeant or the regular officer? I don't understand. Well, now it's a little irritating because you guys, I'm detained for some unknown reason. I'm taking pictures of vehicles. I don't understand what the problem is. This guy's laughing at me because he has an attitude problem. I don't understand what his issue is either.
I'd be glad to explain.
So what is the issue?
So when somebody's looking into the cars,
somebody can be looking into cars for a million reasons.
They could be.
Okay.
So one of those reasons, oftentimes, one of those reasons is because they're looking to break into the car or steal something out of it. That is a very common reason as to why people are looking into cars that
and what indicators do you have to back that scenario up?
Me
looking at cars in front of you taking pictures? Is that a scenario that backs up burglarizing a vehicle?
Sure does.
It does?
Looking into people's
in
cars
front of you taking pictures, looking at cars, taking pictures of the license plate.
Is that what you're
That's reasonable suspicion for a burglary?
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Good luck with that.
If you want to,
good luck with that.
And read on that and read on reasonable suspicion.
Actually, I know more about it than you do. I know more about it than you do, and both of you guys as well. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean it's true. You need reasonable suspicion of a crime. You have to have fact to back it up. Me walking around a police station looking at vehicles isn't fact. You're dumb for saying, and you are too, for saying that this isn't public accessible, because it is. Public non-secured areas have boundaries. They have signs. They have gates. Does this one have it? It says a detective vehicle. Yeah, only detectives could park here. Where does it say people can't enter in here? This is public property. These are public vehicles. Now, let me ask you something. Do you know how the Supreme Court works? Maybe a little bit. Do you know that the Supreme Court ruled that we can come take pictures of your vehicles, the personnel, anything we want in public accessible areas? Do you know that?
That still doesn't cancel out reasonable suspicion to make sure that
does.
Doing
Because the Supreme Court told me I can come take pictures. And do you know 148G? Do you know 148G? 148G says that somebody taking pictures, which is all you have, me taking pictures, is not suspicious, right? right? Go
It is when you're in
look
front
up
of a detected
148G.
vehicle.
No, it's not.
It's still
Your
under reasonable
detective
suspicion.
vehicle means nothing.
It's still under
It means
reasonable
nothing.
suspicion.
This is our vehicle. These are our vehicles. Unless this is a officer's personal
it's not.
vehicle, if this is a public vehicle,
It's a detective
these are our
vehicle.
vehicles.
Look,
So there's no, at the bottom line, at the end of the day, you guys are all wrong and you look like crap. You knew what I was doing and you still made your department look bad.
I
So
didn't make my department
if you
look
were
bad.
walking-
yeah, you're making your department look
No.
stupid.
If you
You
were
accomplished
walking-
And what's
nothing.
your name and badge number?
It's Officer Straglinos, and I'm badge number 303. And today you've done nothing but just prove to us that we already knew what you were doing. We explained your suspicion.
Then why are
And
you
it's
still here?
authorized
Then
right
why
now.
are you still
Because we're trying to
here?
figure out why you're still here.
Because I'm taking pictures of your vehicle. Name
Okay.
and badge number.
And just so
Name
you
and
know,
badge number.
Just so you
Name
know,
and
real
badge
quick,
number?
I'll give it to you in a second.
Name and badge
I'll
number.
give it to you in a second. Just
Well,
so you
before
know-
we continue, I got to get everybody's name and badge number. What's your name and badge number?
It's right here.
Right here? My name's right here too every once in a while. If you guys ask me right now, I'm going to say my name's right here as well.
Okay.
So what's your name and badge number?
Right here.
Right here? Another one? You don't know how to identify? Garbage. Trash. Get her off the street.
All right,
What's your
my-
name and badge
You
number?
want mine real quick? You asked mine first, right?
What's your name and badge number?
Who are you talking to?
You. Right there. The one who said, who are you talking to?
Who's me?
The big ugly guy who's talking to me. What's your name and badge number?
My name's right here.
Your name's right here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with my name because it's right here as well. So you guys should go back to work. You don't have reasonable suspicion of a crime. Me walking around taking pictures of these vehicles, the Supreme Court has already said I could do this. So you can't turn it into reasonable suspicion. And what can you do with reasonable suspicion? You can't get my ID. You can't get my ID. You can stand. Good luck with it. Good luck. You ain't going to get it. You ain't going to get it. So I guarantee you don't get my ID.
He's not. I know he's not.
So what else are we gonna do here? You guys going back to work or what?
No, we're not.
Then you're gonna be waiting a long time.
Just so you know.
The sidewalk.
No, I'm gonna stay here. Move me to the sidewalk. Okay, that's exactly. I can be here. Have you figured that out yet? Make your department look good. Act like good cops. This whole we got reasonable suspicion because you listen. Well, look what you're doing. You guys crossed the line already. I've been detained for how long now? I've been detained for 16 minutes without reasonable suspicion of an actual crime. 148G says I can take pictures and that taking pictures alone is not reasonable suspicion, can't be turned into reasonable suspicion. The Supreme Court said I can do this. Where's your reasonable suspicion? You have me taking pictures of your vehicles. Where's your reasonable suspicion? On top of that, alone looking in vehicles does not constitute a crime, reasonable suspicion of a crime. Could be a million reasons. So, hey, good luck, man. You might as well get back to work.
If you were walking
Especially
through
her
Target, if
with
you
the
were
little
walking through
attitude
the-
problem.
You're walking through the Target parking lot looking into citizens' vehicles, not police vehicles, and somebody called and said, "Hey, there's a guy walking through the Target parking lot looking."
There we go. We
car."
got one smart one going back to work.
Contact them too.
But it's different because it's detective vehicle, like she said, right?
Like I just said.
Because it's a detective vehicle, it gives you reasonable suspicion.
No, like I just said.
I got her on
it
camera
would
saying
still
it.
be-
Send her back to class.
She's right.
Send her back
Like
to class.
I said, it would
No, you're
still
not.
be
These
reasonable
are our
suspicion.
cars. This is my car. See, I could touch this car. I could lean on this car. If I want, I can come sit on this car. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not almighty and powerful because you got that badge and gun. Then stop acting like it and open your mind a little bit. I don't. All right. Where's your reasonable suspicion? And what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Nothing, because you really don't have reasonable suspicion. And these two right here are smart enough to know that. You're not. You're the dangerous officers that we want off the street. Yes, you are.
Are you playing? Like, here's the thing, okay?
The thing is you should go back to work. You're dismissed. You're dismissed as well. You can go back to work. You're dismissed. Go ahead.
You say I've had you.
I just did.
You say I've had you detained for 15 minutes.
17 now. Actually 18.
Have you asked if you're free to go yet?
I don't need to ask if I'm free to go. You have to tell me I'm free to go.
I don't have to tell you.
You trying to backtrack? Yeah, you do. Once you tell me I'm detained, I have to stand here until you tell me I'm not detained. It's not my job to ask. It's not my job to ask. It's not my job to ask. Now I'm always welcome to, not when I'm detained, I'm not.
And if I tell you,
Can you move, please? I need to leave.
Oh, you gonna back out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move, no problem.
Thank you.
I guess that's one of the detectives there. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. I'm detained until you tell me I'm not detained. That's the bottom line.
you're free to leave.
So now I'm not detained 18 minutes later.
Oh, okay.
And where was your reasonable suspicion to detain me?
I told you that you're wandering around looking into our car.
That's not reasonable suspicion. I was wandering around taking pictures. Part of taking pictures is looking. There's a difference. You have to look to take pictures. penal codes and the Supreme Court say I can do this. So what's your reasonable suspicion again? You see this dude getting all mad here.
Because like I said, you're
No,
not detained.
I'm going to stay here until you guys go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here longer than you guys. I promise you that.
That's good. That's good.
So see you guys later. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. Bounce. Buckle and bounce. That was dumb. You guys shouldn't have came up like that. No, you can. You can. You can hang out. I'll just sit here and record, do what I was doing, take pictures, and it is what it is.
It is. Do your thing.
I will. I am actually right now. Just documenting that you guys don't know what you're doing. It's pretty simple. You got a little snapping turtle right here who's quick to try to jump and argue and be aggressive, and it's pointless. If you guys would have came out and said, hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing? I said, oh, I'm taking pictures. You said, oh, okay. We know what you're doing. Remember that? We know what you're doing. So it could have been, oh, you're taking pictures? Oh, okay. We're gone. We're going to have a person watch you. You guys didn't do that, huh? You showed up in force, cars driving everywhere. You guys came out like you're going to tackle me. You detained me like this. Horrible,
Like I said,
horrible,
we thought,
horrible. Fail.
And
Fail.
Somebody called about you looking into cars. We had to make sure that you weren't breaking in.
Somebody called? Well, could it have been your dog catcher person that watched me take pictures at that gate as well? So it wasn't a citizen that called. It was, I know that because I watched her call in. I watched them call in. I watched your dog catcher call in. I'm not dumb. I seen them. They watched me. They sat there, and then I came in here, started looking at vehicles, and they watched me as they drove by. So, anyways, there goes the other guy, the aggressive
so
one.
obviously you're just playing a game, so that's cool.
So yes, go back to work. There you go. See you guys later. Get her some more training. She needs a little bit more. No, you need a little more. I would have been super cool with you if you weren't pulling all that nonsense. Then why were you acting like that? I think you got pretty girl syndrome. Because you're pretty, you act like that. That's the
In Rockland, California, a simple audit turns into unnecessary drama, just for snapping photos of public vehicles. Officers overstep, mistaking a camera for a crime. But when you know your rights, their authority means nothing. Like comment, share, and subscribe, because recording in public isn't a crime.